Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at algorithmic stablecoins and how some projects are attempting to support the peg. They're trying to first get their projects to outlast every other algorithmic stablecoin that has collapsed, but ultimately the goal should be to be able to turn their project into a much longer term, multi-year, and maybe even a permanent algorithmic stablecoin. For some of these projects, it's important to understand some of them are just playing the earning game for a while. They know that they're going to collapse and they are fully expecting it. Some of them are actually trying to be an algorithmic stablecoin that's going to somehow stand a test of time. Others, I get the impression that they are simply using their algorithmic stablecoin platform as a launch pad, essentially, to a much greater vision in cryptocurrency. Similar to the way that Jeff Bezos, some of you may know this, some of you may not. Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon, he didn't start Amazon to what it is today. Originally, Amazon was a bookstore. It was an online bookstore. That's all they sold for a first couple of years or so. That's all they sold. They were known as one of the best bookstores around. The reason he started a bookstore is because he understood the market and he realized that was the easiest or the softest point of entry for online retail at the time. And I think some projects may be taking that sort of approach with cryptocurrency, and maybe they're starting out as an algorithmic stablecoin. They're looking to attract a lot of volume, attract a community, and they're looking to evolve away. And we'll discuss that a little bit later in the video. Let's just start taking a look at what some of these projects are doing to be able to help support their peg token. Because remember, the goal is to avoid a death spiral. The worst thing that can happen is for a token to lose, a peg token to lose peg so great that the community loses faith in the ability for the peg to get regained, or that we have to rely only on the bond mechanism. So all these projects are using strategies that basically help, that don't rely on the bond mechanism so much. So first one is Emp Money. Full disclosure, Emp Money has sponsored this channel previously in the past. This is not a sponsored video, obviously, but just to show you something they're doing, because I think they do this better than any other one that I've seen so far. Emp Money is basically, they have this free academy. You can come check it out. It's several hours of video. It's very, very good, by the way. I've been through most of it. The idea in their academy is to educate their community on how to interact with the protocol in the best ways possible to help protect the protocol. A lot of people myself included, in the past have abused these protocols for profit because they can be insanely profitable. Emp Money says, hey, the project can still be very profitable, but you need to make certain that you interact in a way so we can all preserve our profitability long term. It's very interesting to take that approach. The first time I saw it, I thought it was a joke, and I was like, there's no way it's going to work. But it does seem to be working for them for now. I mean, there's $45 million total value locked up right now. Notice, by the way, how many E-bonds have they sold? They got 74,000. So they have not had to rely on the E-bond mechanism a tremendous amount currently. So that's a good thing. The other thing that you're going to see here, and you'll see this on other platforms as well, like there's Grape Finance is one, and Tomb is another one. Tomb is the first one to probably take a long-term stab. Someone said, hey, these algorithmic stablecoins you're showing this, aren't they just Tomb forks? Actually, Tomb is a fork of other projects. Tomb was not the first algorithmic stablecoin that had a share token, for example, not by a long shot. But they are one of the longest lasting algorithmic, I say stablecoins, algorithmic peg tokens. That's probably a better term because Tomb is pegged to FTM on the Phantom Network, for example. What I want to show you is all of these projects have implemented something that did not exist in the early stages. Oh, by the way, if you want to learn how you can earn $1,000 a day, go down in the description. Free video course reveals a little known method to earn $1,000 per day. Learn how to earn long-term passive income without algorithmic stablecoins, but with a unique crypto investment nonetheless. Put in your name, email, phone number, click subscribe, confirm your email address, get the course when it's launched here in a few days. So we don't want to lose the peg on the peg token. All of these platforms, Emp Money, Grape Finance, and Tomb, have implemented something I think that did not originally exist. And this original model, what I'm about to show you, did not exist. What they've done is they've taken advantage of the share token. Remember, the share token buys and sells do not directly affect the peg in any way. So what all these platforms have done is they've created farms, and the farms pay out in the share token. All three of them have done it. With Grape Finance, it is their vineyard, I believe. In Tomb, it is the cemetery, but it's basically farms where you can put your LP tokens. You can earn the share token. And if you want to sell the share token, you can. If you want to go put it in the boardroom, you can do that as well, and you'll earn a higher APR. And some of these APRs are high. I'm not going to switch wallets right now, but I think Grape is over 800 or 1,000% APR in their boardroom, and Tomb right now might be like 2,000% or some crazy number, and it goes up and down a lot. Just earlier this week, this was at like 800% APR. So it all depends on the price of EMP. The higher EMP price is, because that's what they're paying you out in, the higher the APR is going to be. Same thing in the farm. The higher the eShare token price is, the higher your daily APR is going to be, because that's what you're getting rewarded in. How do these farms support the PEG? If you were to go to PancakeSwap right now, and you were to buy EMP using ETH, for example. If you come over here, I got EMP and I want to buy some, I got ETH, I want to buy some EMP. If there is liquidity, keep in mind how these work. If I have $1,000 worth of ETH and I want to buy some EMP, and there's only $10,000 of liquidity on the whole website, 5,000 in ETH, 5,000 in EMP, my $1,000 buy is going to move the price a lot. I'm literally going to be adjusting the pool by 10% in one direction. That's an oversimplification, by the way, but you can get an idea. That's going to move the price a lot. But if my $1,000, if the liquidity in the pool was $1 million, then my $1,000 is not really going to move the price a whole lot. That's going to help create price stability, which you need. And that price stability can help prevent a possible depegging event. So all the platforms now have farms. That's the purpose in the farms. They're taking advantage of the eShare tokens. There is a problem. There's not an unlimited supply of eShare. So at some point, they have to do something different, and they all have a different way of handling this. EMP, I think they're saying they can put eShares out for about a year with the option of a second year, and then the eShare is somehow going to be the governance token. I'm not sure what the rewards are going to be for the farms, or even if they'll need the farms, because once you have enough adoption, the farms are less of an issue. So we see in EMP's case, they have the community to help support the overall protocol, but including help maintain the peg price. They have the farms. All three projects have the farms. EMP also has the Detonator. This is a short-term game that will end at some point, but the idea is giving people a reason to have the EMP LP tokens, EMP ETH LP tokens. Basically, you go take your LP tokens, instead of putting them in the farm, you literally give them up here. You basically sacrifice them. You go in, you earn 1% a day. In theory is the idea. You can earn up to 1% a day, and you can withdraw additional LP tokens. Of course, everybody's gambling, hoping that they're, their money back and then some. The whole project has a lifespan. Supposedly, you can get 365% back. Well, the last people will not get 365% back, and that's well known. If you go into their Discord, most people realize that they are literally playing a game with a detonator, and this is fine. This gives people a reason to want to buy the EMP token. Again, it helps support price. But what happens once this is over? You're going to launch Detonator 2? Not really sure. We'll have to see what the team and what the community does. Nodes. Many of you that are familiar with the strong nodes and those node platforms, this is a similar sort of situation, except you use the EMP and you sacrifice it. You give up your EMP to earn a daily reward of 1.17%. Again, at some point, this is not a long-term play either. It's a short-term play. People who want to get in early and try to gamble that the treasury is not going to run out of money, or the reward wallets aren't going to run out of money, and you're going to be made whole plus make a profit. It's fine. People may want to do that. But again, this is a short to medium term incentive where people can do something with their EMP tokens. It looks like the team is trying to create as many use cases for the actual EMP tokens as they can. But the single best thing this team has going for them is their free academy. It is excellent. I mean, it is a absolute full-on course on interacting with the EMP protocol in the best way that if everybody was to follow directions, it would promote the most profitable outcome for everybody. But it would take group participation, which is why they have an entire academy trying to train their community. If you come to Grape Finance, they have some other features. They also have the vineyard, which is their farms. They have the winery, which is the boardroom. Nodes. They have rebates. I'm not really sure how the rebates work. They also have the bonding mechanism. They also have a raffle. They have raffle. They have slots. Slots is all about burning the Grape token. The raffle, again, it's all about probably burning the Grape token, supporting price, giving people a reason to something they can do with their Grape token outside of just holding it. Now, Tomb Finance is interesting. Tomb Finance, let me just switch wallets real quick. So Tomb Finance is rumored to have a benefactor that supports this protocol, meaning when it drops below peg, he supports the peg price single-handedly. Now, I'm not sure how true this is. I did find an article where his name was mentioned. Anyone who supports Tomb, if you know the answer to this down in the comments, let me know. And this is one of those projects where I think they're looking to potentially evolve into something altogether different. Now, I don't think they're publicly saying that, but that's what I think is happening. They're about to launch a Tomb chain, and if you go look at the original documents, the early original version of the documents didn't mention that at all. But they're talking, in fact, you talked about just supporting the Phantom chain, but now they're going to launch the Tomb chain. I'm certain they're going to claim that they're not leaving Phantom, but they're launching the Tomb chain, and they have a benefactor that supported the platform, and they're looking to do additional innovation long term. So we'll have to see essentially what happens with Tomb. Their boardroom is their masonry, as we can see here. They have a 2,900% APR. It's kind of crazy. What I like about Tomb, I mean, I don't love the Detonator and the nodes, because I think for a project like this, and the reason I don't, and same thing with Grape, they have nodes as well, is because if the community understands that the nodes were a short-term solution to a big problem, if they understand that, then that's good. But if people start getting salty once the lifespan of nodes and Detonator comes to an end, then it could be damaging for the project. But they have this academy. They do a live, basically every single day almost, they do a live chat where people can ask questions. And that's really good. Their EMP's claim to fame is absolutely the community education and the community engagement for their protocol. And I think that's something that I wish we saw in a lot of other protocols, not just algorithmic stablecoins as a whole. At the end of the day, all these projects, I wanted to show you this. So they have, all these projects are trying not to rely on the bonding mechanism, because this has not proven to be super effective. But as you can see right here, 74,000, what does Grape have? They only have 7,535 bonds there. And let's see what Tomb has. Their circulating supply is 44 million. Wow. Look at this whole project where EMP is only at 40 something million. They're at $311 million. I wish I understood, I had a clear vision on what the benefactor was thinking when he got into Tomb, or why he's supporting the project, or maybe he started it. I'm not sure. But he's putting a lot of money into this project. And you just wonder, what does he know that we don't know, right? You just got to think about that. But ladies and gentlemen, algorithmic stablecoins are incredible. I plan to do one more video at a later date where I'm going to discuss kind of my overall strategy with algorithmic stablecoins. I've got two strategies in particular, and I've got one that I've been relying on. I'm also going to be talking about some future investments that I'm looking to make, projects that I'm very excited about. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, click the bell notification icon, and click all. Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom, ladies and gentlemen. This is a revolution. We are part of it. We're here early. We're here first, and we're here before the masses. Decentralized crypto equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.